this is Rainbow Harmony, here to help you find balance and peace to live a more colorful life. And welcome back to my channel. In today's reading, we're going to be doing a pick a card reading for if you need some support right now. So if you could use some support, this is a reading for you. It's going to be a freestyle reading where I'm going to be pulling cards and looking into your specific situation to see like what's going on, maybe what you need to be aware of, any hidden blessings or opportunities as you go through this situation, perhaps how to remove any blockages. I'm going to be open to anything that comes up so that when you walk away from this, hopefully you will feel like validated, seen, heard, supported, and feel uplifted. Keep in mind this is a general reading, so it may not resonate with everyone. Only take the parts of the reading that you feel inspired by, and remember to trust yourself first and foremost whenever you're getting any type of tarot reading. So if you're ready to receive this reading, all you have to do is choose a card. You can choose from left to right, number 1, number 2, or number 3. Once you have chosen, head down below to the comments or description where your timestamps are posted, and then you can click on your timestamp and instantly be fast forwarded to your part in the reading. And I will see you for your reading soon. For those of you guys who choose number 1, I feel the chaos already. I'm sorry, but it's like 3 of Swords over here, and I feel like you could not have clicked on this reading faster. You were like, I need support. I don't know what to do. Everything's falling apart. You know, the 3 of Swords comes after the 2 of Swords, and the 2 of Swords card is about betrayal. So, and just like usually like a breakup, feeling like you got stabbed in the back by someone. It could have been somebody left your life in a really tumultuous way. Sometimes it can even talk of like the loss, like a loss of somebody in your life. It's definitely a relationship issue or struggle. So the 3 of Swords coming after that, like I feel like it's the aftermath. You are trying to pick up the pieces, but you could be in shock, honestly. This is definitely a card of shock. And because, you know, when something goes down, when somebody hurts you, when, you know, you've been stabbed in the back by somebody, it can feel confusing at first, almost like, is this real? Did this really happen? And it sparks a natural grieving process. You know, the grieving process is, you know, denial or shock. And then you go through sadness and anger, like you feel all these feelings. And, you know, it's just, I feel like it's like that first little rumble from a volcano that's like about to explode, you know. And so there's emotions coming up, and you could feel a lot of anxiety, and it's like very, very confusing and very frustrating. I also see you, oh, that's so funny. The frustration card, I just looked, it's right here. Yeah, like just said frustrate. It happens all the time when I'm doing readings, you guys. I say a word and then I pull the card. I love that. You can't make this stuff up. Definitely feeling frustrated. And the nostalgia card's coming up too, because it's like you're looking back at the past and you're trying to figure out like, where did I go wrong? How did I cause this? What happened? A question I get a lot from you guys in personal readings is like, how did I cause this? How did I attract this? And you need to know right now that there are some things in your life that you can't take responsibility for. Other people's poor behavior, other people's disgusting behavior. You can't take responsibility for that. You know, there is obviously sometimes you can take responsibility for having codependent tendencies, or maybe being a bit of a people pleaser. Maybe you're somebody like me who is on a journey healing and recovering from a lifetime of abuse. And a lot of times because of that, you can open yourself up to connections and relationships where you're being treated less than. And it can be hard to recognize that and learn how to set boundaries. oftentimes toxic people as well don't show their true colors for oftentimes as long as 6 months into a relationship. It will take for somebody's mask sometimes to slip and fall and for you to see the truth. So usually, like when you've been stabbed in the back or you've been hurt or something's happened, oftentimes we can tend to blame ourselves. We can tend to say, how did this go wrong? How did I attract this? What is this coming from? What do I need to heal from my past life or whatever? And sometimes it's just like the lesson or what you need to learn from it is it's like what you get to decide. You get to decide what you take away from it. And maybe what you take away from it isn't always, I did something wrong, I need to do better next time. It's all, don't victim blame, don't victim shame. I'm the first person who will tell people to take responsibility, who will tell people to take accountability. And as you go into relationships in the future, you have to be prepared. That's what's kind of coming up is like, there's a part of you that knows after this has gone down that you have to prepare now to, as you walk forward, maybe to be a little bit more observant in relationships, to look out for this type of behavior. For me, I'm seeing for a lot of you guys, it could be a work situation you're really needing support with. It could be that this happened at work, or maybe it's affecting your work, because sometimes when we're going through drama in our personal life, if it's somebody at work or not, it can affect your performance. It's hard to go and be productive when your energy has been drained and when you feel exhausted just from, what's happened, this abuse or this mistreatment, this backstabbing, this betrayal, I see that there's a part of you that's really longing as well for some type of like sign or serendipity or like a coincidence or like a message from the universe about this situation or this person or what happened. And it maybe, hopefully this can be it for you, but maybe it's just been quiet. It's just been like crickets, and perhaps you feel a little disconnected from your spiritual side, but that's okay. I think sometimes we have to sit in the humanness of it all. Sometimes we have to sit in the absence of that and feel our feelings. I get this message that what happened was very, very unexpected and super shocking to you. And they're saying that you are currently like ascending past it. Like ascend, I don't mean this in like a spiritual context necessarily. I just mean this as in you're rising above it. You're deciding, I'm not gonna let this destroy me. I'm not letting this take me down. But it could. I feel like what happened is so bad that it could destroy you. It could take you down, but you're not letting that happen. They're saying that later you're going to be able to have like a true breakdown about all of this, and that right now you do need to sit with your feelings, but like there's that card prepare that came up is like making me think that you have to prepare to move on from this person. If the backstabbing was in like a romantic relationship, it could be that you're literally getting your belongings packed and you're getting ready to like move out, or it could be that you're emotionally trying to prepare to leave the relationship, or maybe you're having to, if like I got the work card too, so for some of you guys it could be preparing to get a new job or get your resume and your kind of ducks in a row. I just feel like what happened was really, really crappy. I just keep getting this message. It was really, really crappy, and like you clicked on this reading because you're like, I wonder if there's a way I can get support from this. And I just see like this burden that you're left with. Like you just feel like this person left you with this burden, or this group of people left you with a burden. And then I do, like, once again, I'm seeing like all these tears that like you're crying and just trying to process it all. And then, but through it though, I feel like there's like a freeing, because now that this person's energy has like left you, it feels to me like you can, like little moments where you're starting to feel like yourself again, if that makes sense. There's like a peace. There is a silence and there's an absence where this person was, because I keep seeing like a friendship falling out, or like a breakup, backstabbing. Maybe for some of you guys it was something at work, and now like you're off work and you're trying to like move on to another job, but space has basically been created to dream a little bit when this nasty energy leaves your life, you get reconnected again with your authentic self, and you cut cords and you call your power back. And it can be a very interesting time where you reconnect with yourself. And it's true, I feel like you've been changed by these events. I feel like something has happened in a way that's changed you, and perhaps you feel a little disillusioned with life because of it. But there is a sparkle coming back, and I sense that you're able to dream a little bit again. And here I see the Emperor card, and this is a card about getting organized, because you could spiral down in all of this for a while. You could spiral down, you could get depressed, and you could let it defeat you, and you could just let your life go. And I think they're saying, let yourself dream again, feel the feelings and take a break. Don't think because you've been knocked down, because you're resting, because you've been defeated, that you're going to be like that forever. You're going to have to recover and get your strength again. And I know that this is kind of a morbid description, but I get this sense of like somebody who really has kind of gotten physical wounds and needs that time to rest and heal and like physically recover. So emotional wounds can be like that as well, and sometimes even cut deeper. So be aware of that and give yourself that time. In that time though, as you heal, you purge, then you start to dream again. And you know, actually something like this happened to me recently. You guys know I wasn't on the channel for a while, and during that time so many things happened, and it was really, really rough. And during it all, I did get a little bit of space to dream again, and like found myself stumbling onto like a different creative path. And it's starting to bring me opportunities, and it's really interesting and fascinating, and it feels so random how I got on that path. But I was taken there through this trauma and this betrayal and all this frustration. And it's strange how sometimes these horrible things that happen do take us somewhere like this. I think it's because you have a choice. You get to this point and you can get caught in disillusion, and you can get caught in the fear and the suffering and the chaos of it all, and never let it, let it flow through you, and never release it, never rest yourself. And move to the Emperor, move to the energy of planning and logic and structure and organization and leadership, and moving through to make goals and dreams into reality. Sometimes these things happen to rip the distractions and things away from us, to bring us on our transformation path. So you didn't deserve it. But I do believe in purification by fire. I do believe that there's horrible things that happen to me, and I decided, you know what, this is purging me. This is letting me release things. This is an opportunity for me to, get it out, and then, rest and heal, get my strength back, and then, decide what I want from this new perspective, get connected with my authentic self, dream a little, and then set a new plan and move forward, or maybe recommit myself to a plan I had and move forward. And I think that's what you're going to do. You're not going to be stuck in this forever. But I hope this gave you some validation. I keep getting something about you returning to being a child. Like after you process this, like there's going to be a point where the tears turn into laughter, almost like that irony, well, what are you going to do? I guess I'm just going to keep moving forward. You're going to get to that point where you just kind of sigh and you pick yourself up and you dust yourself off and you go forward. And I think you'll be lighter. You'll be having fun. There'll be playfulness. There'll be laughter. And there'll be a sense of perhaps more purpose in your life. So trust the process, and let me know if this resonated with you in the comments below. This is a very specific reading, and I try to write back every single person who comments, because right now there's not as many people commenting, and I don't know, I'm a nerd and I love to just read all y'all's comments and see what's going on in your life, and I like to know how this resonates with you guys. So let me know, and I will see you next time. Peace out. For those of you guys who choose number 2, let's get you a message to help you find your strength, to help you get that support you need to move forward right now. We're going to look into your situation in depth. Now, this is the card you chose, and we got 8 of Swords. It's not good. It's not looking good, you know? This is like the damned if you do, damned if you don't card. This is the like, how am I going to get out of this situation card. This is the like, no one can help me, no one can hear me, no one can save me. I feel so lost, like I'm so scared card. And so I just, first of all, want to say I'm sorry. Like, if you resonate with that, I'm sorry, and I get it. And I don't know if it's just like a vibe that's going around right now, because I kind of feel the same way, to be honest. And it's just like really intense. And I get this sense that this is the genuine card. And when I pulled it, I got this feeling like you feel like you've done everything you could, or you tried everything you could. You're like, I put my 100% into this. And I don't know why I'm getting like this vision of somebody who's like applying to a whole bunch of different colleges, and like you put 100% of yourself into it, and then you like didn't get any acceptance, like nothing came in the mail, like you didn't, something like that. Or it could be applying to jobs and like interviewing and feeling like I put my genuine best self out there, and like, why didn't it happen? This is, it's weird. It's like you put yourself out. Oh, I dropped a card. Let's see what it is. Ooh, deep. That's what I got. Yeah, like, I just keep hearing like, I gave it everything. I gave it my all. I see someone in a relationship who says I was 100%. I gave it my all. Yeah. You're being told that was worthwhile for you to try out for this thing, or to go out for it, or to attempt it, whether it was a relationship, whether it was a business idea, whether it was, the college thing or job, or like trying to get accepted into something. It's like you don't feel accepted. That's what I'm feeling. It's weird. I'm getting this subconscious thing. There's a message that like sometimes if subconsciously we feel like we weren't accepted when we were younger, we will continue to manifest that. Situations where we like kind of sabotage ourselves to not be accepted. And I'm the queen of that, y'all. Like, oh my God, I'm the queen of that. But it's okay, it's okay. We learn how to accept ourselves. We learn how to accept not being accepted. Maybe start there. I talk to people every single day who didn't get accepted into the program they wanted, who didn't end up with that partner they thought was their twin flame for 2 years, who didn't end up making the cut for something. And I also have the privilege of being able to talk to these same people a couple years later, because I've been doing this for a while, to hear how that became a really beautiful part of their story, how not being accepted in that situation opened up the door for something greater. And I see this message public here, talking about how you are meant to be in the public eye in some way. And we are in the era right now of the personal brand. It's true that if you would like to create some platform for yourself, to sell something or to give something or to share, you will have to come out into the public eye. And I see that this what you feel rejected in, it's like kind of pushing you to do this. I think if you are going to be more in the public, you're going to have to get used to rejection. You're going to have to get used to people not liking you. You're going to have to get used to people saying horrible things about you. And that's been my experience here on my little corner of the internet, just vibing with my tarot cards. You won't believe how much hate you can get just for doing the tiniest thing. Your guides are saying that your desires are always worth it, because when you really, really want something, like that is a compass that's leading you towards your path. I've had people who really desired a specific person on their journey, done card reading after card reading for them, but through that journey, they learned how to love themselves. Through having that person reject them, they learned how to accept themselves. So that's why I still say your desires are the compass towards your life mission and soul purpose. Your desires will connect you with healing. Your desires will connect you with others. Some people say desires are the root of all suffering. And that's true as well, because along the journey, when you want something, sometimes you don't get it. But I think that it can be beautiful and instrumental in healing. And I don't think we should lock ourselves away and just say we have no desire, cut ourselves off from our human desires, which are so natural to us, to just not suffer. You're going to suffer. This will cause suffering. But is that a bad thing? Because I believe that sometimes the suffering can cause growth and strength and connect you with an inner well of possibility you never thought. We're getting into a huge philosophical debate now. I got serious self-care. There's a message that right now your journey is kind of guiding you to focus on self-care seriously, and you have to take it seriously. I'm at this place in my life where I'm in my 30s. I don't know if it's showing. Anybody who tells me that I don't look a day over 25 gets a free reading. But I am. And I'm realizing that, like, if I don't focus on my self-care, like, it literally lights my life up in flames, and shit hits the fan and everything falls apart. So, like, you gotta eat your greens, drink your water, take care of yourself, get good sleep, cut back on the things and the vices and the stuff are hurting your body, because eventually those things do catch up with you. This is also about your mind and realizing that speaking kindly to yourself and thinking highly of yourself and feeling confident and beautiful and sexy and comfortable is such an important part of the journey. And there's steps you have to take every single day in order to feel like that. And so this becomes part of your daily routine. That's why we're getting serious, doing mirror work, standing in front of your mirror in an outfit you like or naked and just, either dancing or saying like things to yourself that make you feel confident, looking at yourself in your eyes in the mirror and claiming this body and who you are and this presence. So valuable, so important. And look, the friendly card, learning how to be your own best friend. I feel like going back to the original card of you feeling trapped in this situation, I don't know what's going on, and then also feeling like kind of not being accepted. This is all taking you back to learn to be a friend to yourself. I can't exactly tell you how to do that because I think for everybody it's different, but what you're seeking in other people, giving it to yourself. For example, I'll be vulnerable. I realized that in other people, I really want them to like listen to my story or maybe what I went through and tell me like, I'm so sorry you went through that. You didn't deserve that. And like, I don't think you're crazy and I support you, I learned over time, I can't go around telling everybody all the crazy stuff that happened to me because it's just too much. And I have to validate myself and I have to, write in my own journal and get it out. And I have to go to therapy and I have to talk about it. And I have to create a space for myself to feel heard. And this is part of that. I don't know why, but this is just part of it. Me and my cards and everything and speaking to you and giving this energy, what I've learned, it's part of that, like that, what needs to come out, So I learned to take that thing I was pushing out I learned to bring it back to me. So what is it? Do you long to tell people certain things about your life? Or maybe you want people to see you as beautiful and desirable. Maybe you're chasing that approval when you're going out and dating or something. That's why I think mirror work is important. Dressing up for yourself is important. Feeling confident in yourself is important, not chasing that approval in other people. You have to work very hard to make sure you're giving it to yourself, I'm getting this message that you can rely on yourself. Think back right now in this moment about how far you've made it. And right now you're needing support in this situation. But I think you've probably been through something worse than this. If you really think back a couple years ago, 5, 6 years ago, you might be like, Yeah, I made it through that thing. And so I can definitely rely on myself. It's not just, oh, you made it through that and you'll make it through this if you just hang on. No, you can rely on yourself to make good decisions, to make good choices, to move forward when you're ready. If you haven't moved forward or broken through or got out of this situation yet, it could just be that like your spirit needs just a couple more days or another week or just a little bit more time. Trust that process. Trust your spirit. When you're ready to move forward and up and out of this, you will. You can rely on yourself. And then look what I got. This is your last card. I got right. They're saying that's the biggest thing that helped me and that I've really been working on is trying to write more, trying to create that outlet. And here's a really great idea that you can do. I like to do a lot of writing on ChatGPT, and I like to do a lot of like role playing as well. Sometimes I'll ask ChatGPT to pretend to be, oh gosh, y'all, I'm outing myself. I do some weird stuff. I tell ChatGPT like to pretend to be perhaps a specific guide or deity or something, and like in that style to write me a letter. And like I'll say my problems are like what I'm going through and just ask for some encouragement and sometimes like a little metaphor on my situation. And then it will write me something really beautiful back, and it's always really interesting. And I can't wait to make a video for you guys on like lots of cool tarot hacks and stuff I've learned with AI and stuff. So that's a really great way that you can kind of write and vent and even get like a little bit of message or healing back. It's fascinating. I like to think of AI almost as a reflection of the collective consciousness, like a reflection of us. Just like how when we put things out into this world, things get generated back to us. It's fascinating to see that like kind of a microcosm of that with AI. Very, very fascinating. I pulled this. I just feel like this reading isn't over, even though I want it to be over. It says unrequited finances. There's somebody who's watching who's like really, really scared because like there's no money coming, or there's, you just are like, how am I going to handle this huge bill I just got? Or it could be something you got a bill for something I keep getting a message about, or something just happened and it's going to cost a lot. Or maybe a decision you want to make, like I want to start this business, but I don't have money for it. I'm not sure. But the message I'm getting with this is something I actually heard on Pinterest, not Pinterest. I told you this reading needs to be over. I'm burning out. On TikTok the other day, I heard money isn't spent, it's circulated. And like when you put it out, it circulates to things you're investing in, then it like circulates back to you. There's definitely a message about rewiring your programming with money, but in a way it's like you need to sit with this feeling of like having nothing and being stuck, because you, in that moment, you realize like you find yourself, you find everything. Fight Club quote. Sometimes you have to lose everything in order to gain in life. Sometimes it's not until you lose everything that you're free to do anything, right? So I hope that this message resonates with you. Thank you so much for coming to my channel, and I will see you next time. Peace out. For those of you guys who choose number 3, let's go ahead and get your message. This is for if you feel like you need support right now. We're just gonna dig into your situation. I'm just gonna flow, pulling cards. We're getting into all the nuances of it. And I got the 5 of Hearts or the 5 of Cups. And, you know, this is a love situation. You're very brokenhearted. I see it. Somebody like, you wanted to connect with somebody, and like, it's like you guys, there's so much love between you. That's what I see. I see this beautiful energy and this beautiful connection. It's like they want to connect with you. They want to be with you. You guys want each other, but there's all these broken hearts. It's just like, you know, back and forth. Sometimes it's up, sometimes it's down with you guys. And I also am getting here like this energy of, like these waves, like up and down, lots of tears. this person sees you as very beautiful, very magnetic, very attractive. They love like just, I see you like doing yourself up and being all cute and stuff for them. And they want to match your energy. They want to bring it all to you. The strange thing is while I was getting ready to hit, the record button for this reading, I accidentally knocked over this love deck over here. And I hadn't even flipped this card yet. I didn't even know it was a love reading, but I always trust whenever something gets knocked over, whenever something falls, like if there's a card that comes out, I just pick it up. I'm like, maybe my clumsiness is psychic. You know what I mean? That's like where I'm at. And this is so strange. This is the card that flew out onto the ground. It says, there is another person in my life that has been a source of much needed stability for me. I just don't know what to do. I still have feelings for you. This card is interesting because it will usually talk about somebody who's in a relationship or maybe living with somebody, or like they're in an on and off again relationship with someone that's been going on for a very long time, and you're like the side piece or the other person or the other woman or whatever. I do sometimes get this card for somebody who is in a very dysfunctional family, or like an enmeshed son with a overbearing mother kind of energy, like somebody who like their energy is being like there's another person in my life. So it's not always that there's somebody else, but sometimes it's like they are looking after their mother. They've got those mommy issues kind of thing, So I don't know if that resonates with you at all. But I guess I'm just going to go to the love cards and we'll just turn this into a love reading. Once again, if this doesn't resonate, pick number 1 or 2. I was not expecting this, but I always have to trust what comes out. And also, if you like these love readings, please just let me know in the comments what kind of love reading you want, because I'm going to be doing some more soon on my channel. It's like you keep making the effort to reconnect with this person and it's just not happening, because I got reconciliation reverse. I get this sense that you're kind of devastated. I don't know if you like tried to call them or text them or hit them up. And I get this sense that like there were some words that were spoken, like maybe they told you like I'm with somebody else now, or like I kind of get this feeling that they have been trying to push you off. And I see this card that says, pay attention to the red flags. And then I also got unrequited love. So I don't want to like depress you, but it just seems like they're gone. It's so weird. And I feel like this was very sudden. It could be that like your ex just got with somebody, or, somebody you don't know about. I got playfulness reversed. I just get the sense that they're kind of in a dark place. Maybe that's why you want to keep reaching to them too, because you sense they're not in a good place. Like you want to bring a light into their life. You want them to feel better. Maybe you've seen pictures of them and you notice they're not looking well, and you're like, I want to bring, some light to them. I also get this feeling like you think that they could be the one, but you have to be really careful with that. You have to remember that when you love people, when you're in a relationship, it's a conscious decision. It's a conscious choice that you make and that they make. I love to believe in soulmates and soul family. I think the whole twin flame thing, however, is very toxic, because it can be scary to be like, this person's the only one for me, and if we're not together, then this and that, and like to live your life in that state of fear and anxiety and feel like you're not being chosen or whatever is tough. And so I don't know if that's coming up because like maybe there's some of you guys who are watching this and you're like, well, this isn't how it's supposed to go. We're supposed to be together, and like, why are they still in like this, in such a enmeshed relationship with the family? Why aren't they coming to me? Or why are they running off with this other person? And I see this love yourself first card is reversed as well, because I think you just love and care about this person so much that it's like you put yourself on the back burner. But it's okay. I think that's normal. I think that's normal when you're like really in love with somebody. But your guides are telling you that you need to find somebody who can be consistent in your life. and that this person just isn't it. Like they don't have the ability to be consistent. I'm also getting something about your environment. I don't know if some of you guys are like so over this whole situation that you're like, I'm gonna move. I'm gonna move to a different city, or I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna like leave this behind and move forward. Maybe I always say wherever you go, there you are. As a world traveler, like you can change the scenery, but oftentimes not the situation. You can change the scenery and sometimes manifest the same kind of people and circumstances in your life, which is so fascinating, right? But this is a message that like maybe a door is going to open. You're literally going to physically move forward and out of this. And it's almost like this last, like losing this person was kind of like the last door that's like being closed so you can kind of move on and move forward. This is also a message about environment, finding consistent environment. I'm not going to lie. For some reason, I thought about online dating, which I've had so many clients and people that I've known in real life meet their significant others on there and be so happy. And that's a huge main way people are dating these days. But it could be that they're saying maybe you haven't been having a lot of luck if you met this person online. It could be that environment hasn't been consistent for you, that it's not like, yeah, I don't, it just feels like, you know, like, cause look, I get this message from this person. I don't really do long-term relationships, almost like, they didn't want that to begin with or something. And, I want to explore this connection reversed. Is this just like the meanest tarot reading ever? Is anybody still watching? I'm sorry. I don't know. I just feel like you needed to hear this today. So I'm going to ask for some messages to lift you up, because this is supposed to be a message about support. And I feel like I'm doing the opposite of that. And I know you can go click on someone else's channel and it's going to say, oh, they love you and they're coming back and stuff. Your guides are saying, look, relax. This is a lot of info. You might need some time to process it. And once again, if it doesn't resonate, it doesn't resonate. Maybe I did this pick a card reading for like one person. I don't know. This could be your awakening. Sometimes losing somebody, there we go, like that can literally become your awakening. Sometimes realizing somebody that you thought was the one isn't the one can wake you up to realizing, oh my gosh, I was putting so much energy and time into this person or the idea of them, and I need to like pull my energy back, call my power back, and be me and do my thing and rise above, and not like put that so much power in that person's hand to dictate whether or not I'm happy, to dictate whether or not I move forward, to dictate whether or not like what my future plans are. You got to do you, you know? And they're also saying that like sometimes you can turn this like energy into just privately appreciating the person. I know that sounds weird, but there have been people I've been in love with in my life that I've lost. And I'm the kind of person that's like, once I love you forever. Like, I don't know. There's been some people I'm like, no, I don't love you anymore. But, you know, it's hard for me. I fall hard. I fall fast. I have strong love and connection for so many people who've been in my life. And there have been people I've had to let go, and people I've realized like, you know, I can just love you from afar. I can send love to you and I can just think of good memories, but you know, you don't have to, at a certain point, you have to let it stop destroying you. You can't let it destroy you. So it could be the reason you're so confused about this person and this relationship is because of trauma. I hate to say it, but eventually you got to be like, how does this remind me of my relationship with my father? How does this remind me of my relationship with my mother? And even if you have a pretty healthy relationship, chances are, just because of society and how things have been structured, perhaps you did experience a little bit of that sense of abandonment issues, or maybe emotional neglect in some way. I think all of us, you know, especially those of us who've been raised by boomer parents, here in America, and then I just, there's reasons, you know, there's reasons that you could be confused, and sometimes to write about that, ask yourself where this is coming from, rewrite the narrative, rewrite your story, and kind of realize, okay, you know what, of course, you know, I feel like this because there's this thing that happened in my life, and you know, it's something I'm replaying out, and I have to gain control over that and gain awareness over that, and move forward. Your guides are telling you to diversify. It might be like they're telling you date other people, try connecting with other people, try putting your energy out more. You're not being told to stop dating. It just might be date around. Don't just get so fixated on this one person, and also try different methods of dating. Maybe it's time to get in person. Maybe it's time to explore hobbies and creative interests and see if there's some connections through that could be forged, because you never know who you'll meet. Oftentimes when you're on the path to doing what you love, you're going to attract a partner. And this has happened for so many of my clients. I always see this, like once they start doing what they love and getting their little business going, or getting their just happy, like trying the hobbies and making new friends, maybe first starting to work on like your group of girlfriends, then you know, over time, you know, new people come in your life, and before you know it, you're meeting somebody in a really authentic way. I get this message that you're not going to be too far away from meeting somebody in love. I'm pulling a timeline, and there's so many people watching this, so I don't know if this is going to resonate. But I do get, for some of you guys, it's going to be sooner than you expect, okay? But for the rest of you guys, wait till maybe winter. I get this feeling like it could be some time. I guess it depends on which side of the equator you live on. It could be some time, but this could be when you're looking at meeting somebody new or connecting with a love interest. So yeah, really interesting message today, very specific. I'm interested to know if it resonates. You got to let me know about it in the comments below. And I, for sure, if I see you writing, I will write you back. I try to go through these videos, at least for the first week it's posted. The first week it's posted, I check like every day and try to comment you guys back. So if you want to chat or something, just write below, and I'll see you soon. Peace out.